All right. I'm kind of doing this as a keepsake because I'm a pack rat. But instead of keeping everything in this bin, I'm gonna just record this. Anybody watching this, it's not really for you. It's more for me. And I'm just looking at some of this old math I had, and it's funny now that I'm a math teacher, I look at this stuff a little bit differently. But one thing I do notice is, like in this assignment, it's kind of something similar that we do now, but it's just a little different as far as finding the words. I might do something like this later if I teach math again next year. But I noticed that this is my eighth grade math, and some of the stuff we do in eighth grade is stuff that I teach in seventh grade. So I guess I don't know what we were on back then. We was on essential standards or Common Core. I don't know, but it's all. So it's just interesting that like the stuff that I was on in eighth grade, all of this is what I teach in seventh grade now. This work y'all not gonna be able to see, but it looks like we was doing some form of graphing or drawing lines and knowing the points. I don't know. It's probably the work from some worksheet. I think this is just some BS that I had. Let's see. Some of the stuff I kind of already looked at. Look at these worksheets, though. We was on that old Glencoe, though. That Glencoe McGraw-Hill. One thing I noticed, though, these old school worksheets, man, it ain't nothing like them, though. And I might go back to doing some of this stuff if I teach math again. Because some of the stuff is you just can't beat it. Like the old school way of just learning the thing and just practicing it, Like today in education, they try to make you teach the concept so much. And don't get me wrong, I agree with kids need to understand the concept, but you don't always have to understand something to be able to regurgitate it. And that's the piece that's like everybody. So I don't know, we gotta find a happy medium on that. But all this stuff is stuff I teach in seventh grade now. This is definitely my eighth grade stuff. But this was my first 9 weeks in eighth grade. So yeah. All right. So let's see what else we got here. Okay, we got ELA. Let's see what this ELA book talking about. As y'all can see, I'm bored. I don't got nothing to do. Going through, looking at all this old work. Throw it out and shred it, put no recycle bin. Let's see, we learned about psychology. Looks like we was learning. Oh, okay, we had to learn some definitions and stuff. Thank you, Mom. Vocab. Okay, just learning definitions. What is this? I don't even know what this would have been for. Maybe this was just a list of all the different assignments I had to do. He is an orphan. He eats meat and tomatoes. He likes doing three. The same thing. Lord, I thought that said that he liked doing threesomes. Everybody be like, what the hell? Classroom rules. Let's look at the classroom. Whose class was this? Miss Cheryl Davis. This had to been from eighth grade. I remember Miss Davis. She was a good teacher. Actually, she was one of my better teachers. She was the teacher whose class I was in when we found out about 9/11. Yeah. Well, that's exactly whose class I was in when that happened. Benediction, blessing, riveted. Okay, still learning definitions. Assignment 8. It was a cold Christmas night as I sat alone. I just sat by the fire and seemed to play a cruel joke on me. If look out and read my son. I sat and waited. The doorbell rang. My knees cracked. I said I felt the joy of the child rising me as I grabbed the rusty doorknob. Let to see a child the age of 6 staring at me. Merry Christmas, child, I said. I noticed he had a knapsack on his back and a sleeping bag in his hand. What was I reading about? I was a drummer boy at Shiloh. Tell me, Grandpa, little boy. What is it about? My friend. I opened to see that my grandchild found my drum and began to beat on it. Mommy, can I play like Grandpa? Oh, wow. So I guess I was supposed to be I guess in this little thing, I was supposed to be a old person writing as if. That's interesting and crazy. I'm still playing drums now. Let's see. What was this? Fast food. Chili. I like chili more. It must have been something about food. I still like chili and I still like spicy food, so that ain't changed. Let's see. What's this? Joby started as a coward. He leads us following his drum. I'm writing about drums a lot. And he felt insignificant. They thought he would be the first to die. Later, the general tells him the importance of something. Okay, the drummer boy is Shiloh. Okay, so we must have been reading some book or something. Compound nouns. Your school council may read. Collective nouns, so we have to write down all the collective stuff. Okay. G.I. Joe. Kenan Lotus. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I'm glad I went. Oh wow, I remember these. This was that character. I think his name was like Hobbs and something. Yeah, it was like this kid who had an imaginary tiger or something. I vaguely remember that. I got 75 on this. Ooh boy, what was I doing wrong? Let's see. Let's find the proper nouns and the common nouns. I probably should do this on Facebook, but oh well. YouTube is easier to use sometimes.